Hello everyone, this is Faheem Jackson, and this is Season 3 and it's episode 128 of my podcast show, In the Know. This podcast is aimed at trying to guide people through the world with a variety of topics. Each season, there will be a particular group of topics to cover. Within these topics, I am asking questions and trying my best to answer these questions with my viewpoints of the world around me. The following episode introduction speech is about the topic of today. And that introduction speech is regarding how do you bench press the right way. In my workouts, my favorite lifting routine is the bench press. Walking into that gym and seeing all those treadmills as I enter. Then the lower and the upper body machines come next. You have the Pilates areas, then walk down the path and see those 3 benches. The times when I walk in, someone is always on them. But when they're free, it gives me this pumped up feeling. It's the pride of my workout session. Now don't get me wrong, every other workout is just as important, but this one is the one I pride the most, for the reason that it works so many upper body muscle groups. But how much do I put together an episode regarding bench press? How do I do so? I mean, how much could I truly discuss that could be talked about in such a time frame? Well, believe it or not, there's a lot to discuss. So listen, like, and share with your community. And I hope you enjoy this episode. What is the bench press? What is the bench press? The bench press is a workout in the fitness center where the person is lying on the back on the bench with a firm grip on the barbell, thrusting the arms up with the barbell in hands, bringing the barbell down to the chest, then back upward. This is a full body exercise to where multiple muscle groups are being worked all at the same time. Understanding the technique of the bench press will keep you from getting injured, as well as building muscle the more you increase the weight. The weight is increased by placing the weight plates on each side of the barbell. Using clamps is important to maintain the weight plates in place. Although the use of such clamps are not a necessity, the bench press has variations of the press, which include a barbell, but also with the dumbbells. Variations are flat bench, inclined bench, and declined bench press. There's a method to hold the bar and bring it to the body, which I would discuss more later, as well as the grip and the stability of the user. But let's move on to the next section, which focuses on getting assistance when you are now coming into the gym and you are brand new to bench pressing. Consultation before you start. When trying to figure out how much to go about starting a workout plan, you want to research some type of plan. So when trying to bench press, you should reach out to the fitness instructors that work at the location. Now, you could also hire a consultant that could assist you along your journey, but you don't hire a consultant to help you bench press. The consultants aid in the overall fitness plan, not one personal workout. The one workout is one, like I just said, conducted under the supervision by a staff member at the location. Consultants will show you how to use the bench press and the appropriate grip to the barbell and bring it down to your chest. They will present you with an appropriate weight to start with in order for you to not hurt yourself. Trust me, I've had shoulder strains, and this is something you don't want to deal with, simply because you're inevitably going to have to take time off to heal. This will put you behind in your ability to build to your goal weight, steadily moving on, as well as the weight size on the barbell. Here is where we go into the next topic of interest. Safety tips. I previously discussed and spoke about safety, but here's where I start to go into the more important areas of safety. First off, you should start by stretching yourself out. Then start with some small weights. Most people should be able to lift their weight, but I would say as beginners, start smaller than your weight. You should use the barbell in half your weight. So if the average man, for instance, is 168 pounds, then start with 84 pounds. That would be a very good way to mark your arms, shoulders, and even your lower body to use the motions of the lifting. Always drink water to make sure the body is hydrated. Keep your arms in a steady position. And this can be done by purchasing elastic bands that will go between both arms. Otherwise, the barbell has a tendency to sway, which can cause instability on one side. These lead to strains and even muscle tears. This is why, in addition to the arm bands, you should start by having a spotter. This person will stand over you, watching you lift to make sure your posture is right, and also so that you can lift the weights without accidentally dropping the weights on your chest. You might need someone to assist you in lifting the weight off your chest if you do so. Starting off as a novice. As a beginner. Sounds like a typical thing to say, but move slow. You're talking about taking weight, bringing it over your head, and bringing it to your chest and neck area. You don't put yourself in a position where you're in danger, because the barbell could come down if not firmly gripped enough and severely hurt yourself. So here's something that people do inside a fitness center that you have to watch out for, and that is bringing the clinging barbell to the bench press. And this is easy to spot because the barbell has an instability and an ability to spin. A dangerous situation because that weight spinning in your hand over your head will cause you to lose grip. So grab the barbell with no weight and lift it over the head, spacing your hands out between the shiny metal pieces. What does that mean? It means there are 3 clear metal spots on the bar, a middle point, and 2 on opposite sides of the barbell. Grip the inside of these points that are to the furthest left and right. Lift the barbell and flip the wrist a little. If the barbell spins, swap it out immediately. You can seriously injure yourself, or it could even be fatal. Let's say you're an intermediate bencher. Now it's time to move on to something a little more of a heavier weight, and that is adding 45 plates to each side of the barbell. Here's where life can start to get interesting, simply because eating healthy and lifting heavier weights, not to mention supplements, can boost your strength. You want to get stronger, lift heavier weight. Just a heads up, this is more of a topic regarding bench pressing to gain strength, which results in muscle mass, because depending on the person on the other side trying to lose weight, the workouts could be different. But for now, I am speaking for the person trying to gain strength and muscle mass. You must slowly add a little more weight to the barbell each and every week. I would say about 5 to 10 pounds on each side each week. That is a really good progression. And I would say stick to this until you're ready to jump to the next level. The next level is going to be what? For more advanced bencher. This area is where I've stepped myself inside of. This zone where you start to place multiple 25, 35, and 45 pound plates on each side. Here's where my life is right now, because I can lift upwards of 345 plates on each side. This is 315 pounds of weight, which is something I could strongly encourage you to have a spotter for. Me, on the other hand, I can lift this on my own because I know my body. But still, I have my limits. I've tried other weights that are more, and I needed to aim for myself. So what do you think people not a more advanced level would need for themselves? Now, I've fallen off with regards to my ability to lift that high weight as before, so I have to build back up, which is a reality for some of you as you sway between the weight sizes. Your strength will not always be the same. You may shift up and down. Now, as for the ability to lift weights from the bench, what comes with that ability? Meaning, what are the benefits of bench pressing? What are the benefits of the bench? Let's look at some strengths. I am someone who is living proof of lifting weights, especially bench press, as it affects. Your ability to lift greater and greater weights puts you in a small percentage of lifters. It also aids with the job that I have in my overnight position at work. You are required to be physical throughout the night, so bench pressing, giving me upper body strength, allows me to pick up items using my strength. I work at Amazon Fulfillment Center for 10 hours, so having that strength goes a long way. But let's not gloss over the other benefits of even bench pressing. And these are the health benefits. What are the health benefits? As for these benefits, there are multiple areas of the body that are worked in order to gain strength and keep your health. What are some of the muscles you're working while pressing? The following muscles that are worked are pectoralis major, the anterior deltoids, triceps brachii, biceps brachii, and serratus anterior. The pectoralis is the largest muscle in the chest. The anterior deltoid is the front shoulder muscle and 3 heads of the deltoid. Triceps brachii is the large muscle on the back of the upper limb of many vertebrae. Biceps brachii is a large, thick muscle on the ventral proportion of the upper arm. And serratus anterior muscles are muscles on the 1st through 8th ribs at the side of the chest. And with everything working together, the benefits are upper body strength. The pecs, major and minor, are increased along with bone health, increased triceps and mental health, and biceps. Let's look at some other benefits. Mental health. I've spoken about this before, but it was regarding exercise. This is about bench pressing. And when you bench press, some people listen to music. I would strongly encourage you to lift with no earbuds or music, especially if you have heavier weights on the barbell. I myself need to focus on what is my possession. You never want to lift and then earphone or earbud falls out and you try to retrieve it. This could cause injury if you're trying to save headphones instead of on your own life. So the mind needs to be focused, and once the head is focused, then they're able to take on all the benefits. This will further aid in your ability to be mentally relaxed. That relaxation will carry you all the way through your workout and outside the gym. Knowing the danger factor associated with lifting weights, you are more mentally clear. You are more mentally clear. So performing work on the job, then you'll have focus. So with what has been said, how does it make you feel after your workout? That's where we come to the confidence benefits. When you're able to lift weights that are in excess of more than your weight, you're moving towards an advanced class, because eventually you'll start to take on this feeling like you can perform any task. That is going to make you feel a sense of accomplishment that is unrivaled. Few people can do what you do. So you're in this small elite group of individuals. And here's where the confidence comes from. Or maybe there's more. What do I mean by more? When you exercise, people will start to notice the way your clothes fits and gives you an extra boost of confidence. Now, you might ask the question when you're lifting weights, when should you stop? If you find yourself getting a little tense in your arms, which is a reality, stop for the moment, simply because the muscles in the arm can easily wear down. Reason being is that you must not strain your muscles, which will aid with the same repetitive workouts. That's why you should never bench press every day. Give your arms other workouts so you don't strain them. It may take a few weeks in order for your body to get back right. This can mean a decrease in consistency and progress. But when you come back, you'll have to start over. But your arms would just be fine. And that is what brings me to the next subject. Coming back after taking time off. I've injured my arms and legs. If you exercise and compete any length of time, you'll develop injuries. And this is something I know all too well. That's for my bench press. I have been taking a little time off because I feel the tension in my arm. For something like my tension, I can perform other workouts with dumbbells. It is a totally different feeling than the bench press. I would say stay with these workouts even after you come back to work. You need a mix of the bench and the other upper body workouts. Yet this episode is about coming back to the bench press. I would say when you come back, start small. Take off the plates you were using and build yourself back up again. So if you were lifting 225, meaning 245-pound plates on both sides of the bench, barbell, Drop the bench press. Maybe place, I don't know, a 10 and a 5 pound weight on each side. Now, everyone does not get injured. So what should happen is you stay healthy and lift in regards to performance over time. I would say track your progress over time. Do you need to have a notebook or some other form of keeping track of the progress? For me, I have an app and sometimes an Excel spreadsheet. If I wanted to give you some advice, I would say track how much you can lift from the bench because you're going to be doing multiple workouts, not just bench pressing. So, in order for you to know how well you're doing, keep a log so that you're lifting on track with your projected goal. For example, if I'm lifting 225 pounds consistently, then miss a day or two lifting on the bench, it could throw me off a little. So I would strongly encourage you to write down something. For me, I don't need to log at this point because I've been working out for so long. Yet still, there are those moments where I even forget. Now, for the most part, tracking makes more sense when losing weight. Don't get me wrong, gains are important as well. Now, pass on the knowledge. As I've been exercising, it is in my best interest, in my opinion, to pass on the knowledge. So many people find it difficult to go to the gym daily. When they can see your before and after transformation, then you're likely to get them to be on your page. Now, of course, you're going to lose some people with so much of your exercising because it is something that people like as far as the results. Yet it is difficult to start and keep going. Starting is not hard at all. By the end of the workout, you will be back again. Maybe the first week. Then when you don't feel like doing it, can you force yourself to lift? Well, if people look up to you, then they will follow your path. So these people who look up to you will follow you and they'll stay on track longer. So, with the show wrap up of the topic of today, why we have to ask this question: what is the proper way to bench press? This episode, you probably didn't think I could come up with an entire episode regarding one singular workout. But there's so much information regarding how to conduct this workout, as I've explained how first to start regarding getting consultation and researching the workouts to being a beginner and safety tips. This is a workout that I've been doing for years now, so it is second nature to me. Yet still, I have these moments I have to work myself up. I'll from time to time get these strains to where I have to stop lifting and I will lose strength, which you will experience if you do so the same. This means I have to restart, not from the bottom, but at a high enough level to go back up. I would tell you all to know the benefits of bench pressing and listen to your body like me. When you must stop for a while, switch up the workout to give that part of the body a rest. And once you come back and build yourself back up, spread the wealth. Let the people close to you see the results. It will allow them the ability to see results better for themselves. Thank you for listening to In the Know. I'll be bringing you another episode regarding fitness and wellness. I will start asking questions. How to use dumbbells to perform a wide array of exercises.